Hey, what's up guys? So how many of you want to see a dope outro like this one? I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll catch y'all later. You know, dude, this is my game. I'm gonna play it the way I want to play it. If I want to shoot and nothing happened, then that's what I'm gonna do. Boom, done. Bye. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. All these people, get out. So a lot of putting a good YouTube video together is attention to detail. And one of those things that you can put that extra effort into is your outro. It really doesn't take long and it adds that extra level of professionalism that sometimes people look for when they're watching videos. Don't get me wrong, good content is good content and the body of your video is obviously the most important part. But doing a good outro really just shows that extra effort that you're going to put into your videos rather than coming to an abrupt stop. It also gives you opportunities to promote other things that you're into, such as Twitch. So if you stream on Twitch, you can actually show a little snippet of one of your Twitch streams, which may intrigue people to watch you streaming live. Now, speaking of Twitch streams, check the description below for my Twitch page. It's twitch.tv/theroguebanian, and I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, just check that out. I mean, or don't. I mean, it won't hurt my feelings at all. It's not like I'm gonna be crying every night or anything like that. So it's fine. No, but seriously, subscribe while you're at it too. And go on my Twitch. Just do it. No, for real. You can do it. All right, seriously, enough farting around. All right, we're gonna get right to it. So I'm going to show you in this video how to do a decent outro, something that looks professional, but it's also going to pop a little bit. Also, I'm going to show you how that editing is done in free software. And in this case, I'm using DaVinci Resolve, which is a great editing software and it's free.
So you don't have to spend any of those monies.
Also, I just want to let you guys know that I have the link below for DaVinci Resolve, so you can go on that site and download it yourself. It's awesome. And it's what I use to edit all my videos. So you can check that out in the link below. Okay, so once you have DaVinci Resolve open, make sure that you're on the editing tab below or the editing button. And then what you're going to want to do is drag some just raw footage of you just saying goodbye or whatever your outro is going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this footage right into my workspace. So now that I have it into my workspace, I'm just going to drag it right into my timeline here. So this is what I have so far.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll catch you guys all later.
So not bad, but let's beef it up a little bit. So in order to do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to highlight my video. I'm gonna go over to the inspector button in the right corner. Click on that. Now this is gonna bring up a menu of a lot of different options that you'll have. So what you'll want to do is you want to use what we call keyframes. Now what a keyframe is a way to animate a video from point A to point B to point C. But when you use a keyframe, it's showing you a starting point and then you want to make an ending point. And from that starting point to the ending point, it's going to animate the in-between. This comes in handy when you want to move the picture in the frame all around, or if you want text to move around the screen, or just about anything that you want to animate. So by using keyframes, we'll be able to alter what's in the frame and what's underneath of the frame that you're seeing right here. So starting off, what we want to do is we want to click on the transform keyframe, which is right here. Once you click on that, here I have the starting point at the very beginning of my video. If I drag the cursor across the timeline, the further from the starting point I am, the slower the animation will be, and the closer that I am to my starting point, the faster it'll be. In this case, I kind of want it to be like a medium speed, so I'm just going to kind of stick it about, I don't know, a little less than a third across the screen on my outro. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess with the sizing and the placement of the picture in the frame. I'm going to change my zoom. I'm actually going to zoom out. And then I'm going to change my placement. So if I go over to the X and Y axes on position, I can just put my cursor in there and slide it around up and down to see where it's going to be. So you click in the box and then drag right or left and it'll change the position. That's good about right there. So then I'm going to go to the Y axis, and same thing, you can click on it and then left or right accordingly, and you can size it wherever you'd like. So that looks like a good spot for where I want the picture to be in the frame. So after I'd altered a bunch of those things, it created a keyframe on its own. So I have the second keyframe created when I make the adjustments to the image. So in this case, my starting point was here, and then my next keyframe was created at the end point. So if you want to add another keyframe, you can click in here and start another keyframe. So if I wanted to animate even further than that, if I wanted to kind of animate to that point and then move the screen again, then I would add another keyframe in there. In this case, we don't need another keyframe. We just need two keyframes, one for the starting point and one for the ending point. If we go back to the beginning and watch the video, you could see the animation.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed my video. I'll catch you guys all later.
So this is great, but let's make it a little bit more intriguing than just having an image shrink and having a black background. What I like to do is I like to add a clip from my Twitch streams. As the picture is shrinking and going in the corner, I have my Twitch stream showing with a blur effect on it. I'm going to show you how to do that. What you're going to want to do is you got to drag another video of yours, and after I drag that in, I put it on the timeline. For now, we're just going to put it on there wherever. Size it up accordingly to the amount of clip that you'd like to have. I usually take it down to 20 seconds of footage. Once you have it down to that 20 seconds of footage, you're going to want to line it up, but we're going to create layers in here. What you want to do is you want the blurred image to be underneath of your main image. So then when it shrinks down, underneath of it will be the blurred image. You want to take your main image and we're going to put it a layer up. At this point, we're going to bring our Twitch footage and we're going to bring it a layer down, and we're going to overlap it. So make sure that you highlight the sound portion as well. And then we're just going to slide it down. To add the blur effect, there's a bunch of effects on the left-hand side. I'm just going to go here, go to open effects. And here you're going to have blur options. What I like to do is I like to do a box blur. So what I do is I take the box blur and I just drag it onto the Twitch footage. So let's adjust this a little bit more so that the Twitch footage is behind the main footage, so that when the main footage shrinks down, you'll have the Twitch footage behind it. Also, before we play this, what I'd like to do is take the sound and reduce it to when the main footage ends so that we don't have any overlapping sound. If we go back now and watch the footage, you'll see that the Twitch footage is behind the main footage, and as the main footage gets into position, behind it will be the blurred Twitch footage.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll catch you guys all later.
Success. After this, we're going to want to take that same exact footage, we're going to line it up as soon as the main footage ends. So for instance, I'm going to take what's left of this footage and I'm going to get the cut tool, which is right here, and I'm going to cut this right at this point. We're actually going to copy this piece, but before I copy it, I'm just going to quick take the blur effect off of it. Now I'm going to paste it. I'm just going to move my cursor and just paste it on the back of this. And then I'm going to come back, put the cursor at the end of my main video here, and I'm just going to move it. You just click on it and move it. Make sure you have this cursor right here highlighted, because you can just move things around freely. So you can just move this here, go back to the other one, go to your inspector, open effects. We're going to add the box blur back on. So just kind of click this and it will add it to this video here. The next thing that we want to do is we want the image position to be the same as our main video. So we go back to our main video and take note of the positioning here. So when we click on the video next to it, we want the position of the video to be in the same spot as the main video's framing. On the main video, we have a zoom of 0.380. So we're going to click on the video We're going to do our zoom, and in this case we could just type it in, so we'll do 0.380, and we're still not done yet. We also need to look at our positioning. So here we have 464 in the position X, and also in the Y we have 184. We're going to put 184 in here. So now this footage matches the main footage positioning. If we rewatch the video now from the beginning, this is what we currently have.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll catch you guys all later.
All right, so all we really have now left is just to add a little bit of extra pizzazz to the outro. And what I mean by that is we're gonna add a logo. So if you have a logo that you use, put that in there. And also I'm gonna add my Twitch banner that just kind of pops up in there at the end. So wherever you hold your logo, just kind of drag the logo into your workspace. And then what you're gonna do, and it's fairly easy, you're going to take your logo and you're going to put it on a layer that is above your Twitch footage, but it's below your main footage. Then you're going to resize your logo so that it fits to your liking. In this case, I usually put it towards the bottom left corner of my screen. I'm going to go to my inspector. And all I'm going to do is kind of what we did with the frame that we had adjusted before. We're just going to zoom out and kind of size it up where you want it. That looks good. And then I'm just going to change the positioning. Now that that's done, I just have one more thing that I want to do. And just another thing to mention, you're going to want to make your logo go across the whole duration of the video. Also, another thing to mention, like I said, you want it in a certain layer format. So you want your logo to be above your background footage, but you want to have it below your main footage. One last thing that I'm going to add is my Twitch banner. If you have a banner that you use for your YouTube videos, go ahead and just drag that into your workspace. Now I'm going to add this kind of like I added my logo. So in this case, I just want to make sure that the banner is below my main footage. Now what I would do is just position your cursor so that you can see it. And now we're going to resize the banner to fit where we want. So you go into your inspector, you're going to zoom out to your liking. And then you're just going to use your X and Y axis to position the banner. So that looks pretty good. And as you can see, it looked a little choppy just because when you're playing it back and there's a lot of different cuts or animations or edits, it's going to chop it up. But when you render it, it's going to be very smooth. And I'll show you the final product when we're done. Now that just about does it for the editing portion of the video. But now you're going to have to go onto YouTube before you post your video, and you're going to have to set up outro settings so that it puts links to your other videos as well as your subscribe icon. Okay, so the last thing you need to do is go on your YouTube channel and upload a video. Then once you've uploaded your video, go to the video elements option. You just go to add an end screen. So at this point, we can actually position where we want our video link and our subscribe icon to pop up. In this case, I want to make sure it pops up when the Twitch footage starts to pop up in the small box. So about right here. Now I just want to pick a layout for my video link and my subscribe icon and how I'd like to see that show up on my video. I usually just pick any of them and then I adjust it manually myself. So let's just pick this first one. You can move them around, put them anywhere you'd like. After you've done all this, you're done. all you have to do is save your video. And now when you play your video, it's going to show this outro with all the elements that I've just shown you in this video. So now with everything completed, let's take a look at what the final product looks like. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll catch you guys all later. Well, there you have it, guys. There's a simple way to do an outro for your YouTube videos, and it'll make it look professional and add that extra pop that your videos may need. If you guys like this video, hit like, subscribe, or hit the bells for notifications on new videos in the future. And like I said before, check below in my description for the download link for DaVinci Resolve. Also, while you're there, check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/TheRogueVanian. And I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got for you guys. That's it. Now, go ahead, leave. Go try it out. Test it. Oh, and have a great night or day or whatever time it is where you're at. And I'll catch you guys later. Yes. Do it. Yo, I did it, guys. Yo, we did it. We did it. We freaking did it. Freaking pumped.